devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, call killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
And thank you for the likes and the follows out there early. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports. And We got ourselves a new track for the circuit. Well, it's not new. I've owned it, just never driven it. And last time I've ever called a race here was very, 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 very long time ago. But basically it's back to being new for me. So Canadian Tire here for the drivers as they get out and qualify for the Speedy Trophies Truck Series here for Chop Shop Racing. Good to see everybody out there. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful evening. It is snowing here. We've seen power outages all across the state of Missouri, and I know it's happening out there elsewhere as well. So if you're out there and you're experiencing some of that weather, please be safe. Make sure that I know that the southeastern portion of the United States has some pretty nasty weather coming their way. They include tornado watches, so make sure that you take shelter if you need to. Of course, if you're getting some snow out there, make sure you bundle up. Put your kids out there. Make sure your kids bundle up as well, because it's gonna be insane. I'm glad it's finally winter, but 4 to 6 inches of snow to mark winter has been crazy, but it's gonna be good. We love to hear it. Love to see everybody out there. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit the like button for me. Assured to me. Thank you very much for the follow out there on Twitch. The B Trains as well. Thank you so much for the follow. Atharav, thank you for the like. Mike, thank you for the like. Chris, thank you for the like as well. I need to make sure, of course, we do what we do out there for our circuit and make sure Iracing is selected on our Facebook platforms. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Happy birthday to Michael Strickland. I know that, not Michael Strickland, sorry, Michael Coulter Jr. Forgive me, Striker. Coulter Jr., it's his birthday on Friday, so I know the family's out in chat. They're going to be celebrating today, so much love to Coulter Jr. And happy, how many times is he 21 now? That's it. That's how I do what I do. Chop Shop Racing Truck Series here, brought to you by Speedy Trophies. Go to speedytrophies.com. If you need a trophy anywhere on the circuit, maybe you don't just need an iRacing trophy. Maybe you need a trophy that's for like a bowling trophy, or you need a certificate for a graduate or a plaque made or something like that. Not only do they do that, but they also do engraving, custom engraving. So check them out. Go to speedytrophies.com. Get a hold of them. They'll if they can't do it, or if they don't have it in stock, they'll get it in stock, or they'll make something custom for you. Absolutely love to see these guys and succeed and continue to build their business. So much love to them. Drivers are out there getting some more practice in. They got a 10-minute qualifying session. Track temperature is very spicy here. 2.43 miles in the length. 116-degree Fahrenheit track right now at qualifying. 76 degrees on the air temperature. 39% humidity. Partly cloudy skies. Is going to soak in some of that. It's going to keep some of that heat on the track. It will cool down some of these spots on the track too, so we'll see if that's going to be dynamically present. 2-mile-an-hour winds for your track racer weather report. Pilot status, B&B music, admin box, Lego pants, all a part of the platform over here. They're going to run 55 lap states. It's going to be a lap 25. Cautions are going to be localized except for the stage caution, or unless there's a pile up in turn 1, then they'll throw a caution, reset it, and get everybody back out there. 4 sets of tires for the drivers. No fast repair. It is the way that they run road courses. Most places run road courses the same way as well. Alex, thank you for the like and the share. We do have driver cams up today. I was trying to work on SDK, but I got tired of it. So there's Alex right there. I got sidetracked today. Wasn't able to get ourselves up in the mix. Here's Chris Roberts, and because I wasn't able to do that, it just kind of. It basically, I gave in and said, let's go ahead and just run this one. There is Russell Black out there, of course. Let's see, there's Mr. Grijalva. He showed the baby earlier. Good to see Mr. Grijalva out there running some laps, of course. There is Ryan. I think Ryan is giving us an overhead view of what he has got going on in his big simulator. It's a great time. And of course, there's Jeremiah Burke. We'd love to see Jeremiah out there running. Not often we get to see these people doing it. You hear the marker. You're gonna hear a lot of different sounds on the racetrack today. Let's go out there. Much love to everybody. Twans, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for being out there. Just keep the chats good, keep them clean, let's go have some green flag racing here for Chop Shop Racing Series. I'm gonna put up some points here in just a second for the series. It did I did get the championship standings here through week 6. I want to make sure that we put them up and put them up at the right size for everybody. Here's what it's going to look like for you. Middle of your screen. Stryker leads in points here currently with a 1-point advantage over Nathan Biggert. Biggert has 2 wins on this series. Anthony Crown over third in the point standing, 7 points behind Michael Strickland. So this is going to be about a finish. Stage points are going to matter, but leading laps are going to matter. But the finish here is going to be what's huge. There is a 20 incident point limit here for the drivers before they get a black flag. So we'll have to kind of keep our eye on that when it comes to contact and off tracks, because off tracks are going to be the part that do that Naddle cycle you backwards. And you don't want to see that, and then another black flag every 10 incident points after that. 55 laps may not seem like much for this 10-turn track, but it very much is. Hartung and Anthony Shook's 4th and 5th in points. They have a tie for that 4th place spot. Again, a lot of the drivers who have missed anything on this racing surface are going to get back. They're going to have to get out there and start putting in some of those times, and it's going to matter when it comes to the round of 16. Some drivers back out running that we haven't seen in a minute. There's Brandon Banks right there, number 54. Good to see Michael Newbrow out there as well. Newbrow he sent me a message earlier. I found he was running. It's awesome. Brandon Banks running out here is awesome as well. Some OGs. So we've got a few of them out there from the old Signature days. Speaking of Signature days, we are going to be running a Thursday night truck series. If you haven't seen that, please make sure that you join our Discord and up in there, have some fun. We're running basically a 10-week schedule. That's just going to be fun. So drivers should finish up qualifying here very soon. We'll see what these drivers are going to have when it comes to the race line and what the driver's going to have happen. Big special thank you to Chop Shop Racing for not only having me call the races, but also being a sponsor here at Signature Esports. Spicy over at Dark Horizon Fishing, of course, sponsors cautions throughout our series. Go racingdiecast.com for your diecast needs. Go check them out. Use promo code Signature. That'll be big for you. Of course, thank you to Mandarood Racing for being our first follower and, of course, support of our streams. Thank you to all of the fine folks out there at Noma TV. Noma TV is another iRacing commentator that I try to push business to. I want you guys to check him out. Richard over there is doing a phenomenal job of trying to build a brand and build things that they want to be able to do. So I encourage you to check out all of those folks, and of course, and always Beef Jerky and a little bit of sponsors all of our driver camps and Signature Esports as a whole. Love those guys. Love what they have. They absolutely have one of the best products on the market when it comes to beef jerky. So I encourage you to go check them out. There's more to it when it comes to just having, that Walmart brand beef jerky, and these guys are not that. They are as good of a brand as I could ever ask for. I like the nitromethane. It's super spicy, but very tasty. The chicken manganero is really good as well. The pineapple jalapeno, it's just great stuff. Great food. Of course, I like spicy stuff, and they have things that are not spicy. All right, starting grid. They will have the short parade lap here to get this one going. Nathan Biggert's going to be your pole sitter. Michael Caffrey, your outside pole sitter. Michael Strickland, Wesley Strait are going to make it row number 2. Jason Day, Mark Wrenchen will be there in row number 3. Joseph Grahal will have John Hammond to his outside. Brandon Banks and Russell Black will be side by side, row number 5. Anthony Damiani is going to be there with Colby Hartung in row number 6. Row 7 will be Jeremiah Burke and Michael Coulter Jr. Row 7 will be Stephen Hine and Connor Hassel. Row 9 will be Robert Church and Ryan Wynn. TJ Krober will have Greg Whitehead to his outside row 10. Jerry Culver will have Chris Roberts to his outside row 11. Donna Williams, Anthony Crownover, row 12. Row 13 will Lucas Saj, Sam Benson, Hayden Malcolm. Michael Newbrow is going to have Alex Thompson to his outside. Joe Thompson will have Philip Caffrey. And then Spicy had a power outage. Hopefully he'll be able to make it back in if he can. He's still registered for the race, so we'll see if that's gonna happen. So look at the uphill. That's a lot of trucks sitting on the side of a hill. If you're in a clutch, you don't want to roll back right now. That's for darn sure. But yeah, it's a big track. It is monstrous. 10 sweeping turns, and the Canadian Tire race course, of course, is out of Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. So our Canadian track. ready to rock and roll for these fine folks. This circuit was the second purpose-built road race course in Canada after Westwood Motorsports Park in British Columbia, succeeding Edenvale, Port Albert, Ontario's Green Acres, and a few other tracks on the circuit out there. It was designed in the late 1950s, but it was the first track to be held on. The first race to be held on this track was a local event organized by the Oakville Light Car Club in June of 1961. So it's been around for a hot minute. This track is more than 62 years old, and we'd love to see it. NASCAR has ran here in the Clarington 200. The NASCAR Canadian Series runs here all the time. And right now, the NASCAR Truck Series has ran here all but the last couple of years. So, this is a great racetrack for the trucks. And has proved to be some great road racing over the course of the series. So we'll see what happens here. I see these drivers get ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you're all having fun. We'll pitter patter and let's get at our green flag. Turn 1's going to be busy. Sweeping turn down into turn 2. Turn 2 is this downhill approach. You're going to see what these drivers are doing right here. As drivers are going to be leaving pit road, some drivers are going to go off track. There's the sweeping turn. Some drivers up on the outside. That's one of the racing surfaces that are going to happen there. There's John Hammond off on the right-hand side. It's going to let some drivers go here. There's Russell Black trying to get the uphill sweeping turn for 3. Big, long sweeping corners. A lot of track to cover here. 1 of 55 beginning for Canadian Tires. SpeedyTrophies.com action already happening here as they continue to roll. Look at the elevation changes on this racetrack. 14 to go behind the 64 Russell Black. The tires here are going to take a couple of laps, or maybe almost a lap to warm up. Jason Day had to jump to pit road, and he came off track. Let's see if he had. I think he might have had some nose damage there. We'll see. Oh, he did. He got some nose damage there. Out of the corner. Oh yeah, he did. Hammond was right. He was right in front of John Hammond right there. So we'll see if that's going to matter. 2 of 55 being completed. Right now, Nathan Biggert, your race leader. Michael Caffrey's going to be in second. Caffrey, of course, one of those drivers that puts a lot of time and effort into his racing craft. And we'll go to work. That's for darn sure. But do a refresh on STK on my end. Thank you to everybody for being out there. Biggert running out front. Caffrey a second back. We watched Caffrey get some good road course experience in a couple of days ago, and he was pushing hard and doing everything that he could. This will be a little heavy on the brakes there. See Caffrey roll to the outside, be able to carry that corner. Off tracks do count as incident points, so these drivers are going to have to maintain those incident points with 10 turns in the corners. That's a big. That's a big sweeping momentum that you're going to see. All right, there's where your drivers are. Coming around the Andretti straights, getting into turn 8. And then turn 9 is going to be the left-hander up here on Caffrey. We'll see him hit the berm, take the left-hander right here, and then turn 10 is going to be the right-hander coming up to the front straightaway. Short front straightaway, one of the shorter front straightaways in the the NASCAR road course section. And you definitely see what the drivers are capable of. How about Ryan Wendt here? Connor Hazel having an issue. Hazel going off track. Gets a little bit of nose damage. And Ryan Wendt getting around is going to be up 6. Sam Benson's going to be up 8. Joe Thompson up 9 spots already. John Hammond on 14. Jeremiah Burke off 10. We'll follow along with Jeremiah Burke for just a moment. As the drivers go to work. The smooth and steady momentum down the road you go. They're less on the throttle than you'd think. Fastest lap of the race ran by your race leader, 122.04. Caffrey runs a 122.60. Right now, Jeremiah Burke, his lap time 129 and some change. This downhill approach, you see the extra turn into the corner. People are going to be fighting for positions here, but at the end of the day, you really gotta put a lot of effort into keeping the corner clean. Go back to Ryan Wendt here. This is Ryan and what he sees. He's getting a little free on his corner. And the off track starting to happen for all the drivers. See the different changes, the different looks, everything that he is doing right there. Stephen Hines going to be right behind him. Ryan's up 7. He's in 11th here. Top 10 kind of drive right now, maybe for him, as you see the gears going through all of the changes. Go back and we'll take a look. This should be Alex Thompson. I think Alex is just down here to ride. Thompson letting drivers go by, just try to keep the truck clean. There goes Culver to his inside. He's coming around the racetrack. He's into turn 1. Turn 1 has a little flat section here. Turn 2 is going to be the left-hander that takes you downhill. It's a little uphill approach, and then you're braking going downhill. Getting back into the throttle just a little bit. See Thompson get into turn 3 here. Turn 3 is a sweeping turn. 4 and 5 is basically 2 right-handers that come back around. A little flat section and then a heavy braking back out. And then onto the long straight, which is going to be the Andretti straight here at the Canadian Motorsports Park. It is an absolute, it's a wonderful race course. It really is. It's very short for the 2.5 miler. There's a lot of speed that you're able to carry. And of course, into the straights you get. Back to the sweeping. Sorry, this is the Andretti straight right here. I messed up the corner on that back one. There's a little bit of a straightaway that was there. So Mario Andretti straightaway goes all the way through 6, 7, and then the 8th is going to be right here. It's going to be more of a right-hander turn. It's going to break out, and then turn 9 is going to be the left-hander. The S's are what they call it. And then White's corner is coming up. It's going to be turn 10. It's going to be the right-hander that puts you back on the front straightaway. So that's on board with Alex Thompson. Go through our field, check in on the rest of the drivers. As Chris Roberge just tries to hold on. He's going to be off 1 from the start of the race. He is the Vancouver native, is going to be the Canadian driver that tries to put these guys to shame. We only got we have 2 Canadian drivers. One of them is Jason Day. So Jason Day did go a lap down here, but because they do have a possibility to have a lucky dog, he's going to be able to get this lap back when they go under caution for the stage, as long as he can stay ahead of any driver that Nathan Biggert might pass. Now, the difference on the tires and the difference on the racetrack, the racing surface, I'm not necessarily sure. We got to see it in the course the other day, on the road course the other day. Oh, Russell Black trying to fight that truck. He is right here. You see him digging into the corner. He's putting some muscle into it. We got to see it the other day. These trucks have, or these tire models typically get faster about 5 or 6 laps in. We started seeing them get an extra 5 laps out of them before they started running their fastest laps. So about 10 to 15 laps in is when drivers started running their faster laps. So we'll see how that's going to work. Philip Caffrey jumped to pit road. TJ Krober having an issue. Damiani off track, went off track. It's a lot of drivers having to do what they do. And things do happen. Back into it. Thank you to Beef Jerky Unlimited for being my driver, Cam Concierge. Love to see it. Russell Black's in 9th. Coulter Jr. is going to be in 10th. He's up 4. There's the birthday boy. A little Snap-on Tools action. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you so much to everybody being out there. Much love to you. If you've not done so, reach up at that like button for me. Follow us. Of course, that goes a long way to help support the stream and help support these drivers and help support what I do to be able to build, help build these leagues up. Right now, St. Alex Thompson going down. He's going to be your lucky dog. If Jason Day not catch up to 27, Thompson goes a lap down. That's okay. That just means that there's a lot of drivers ahead of him that he's going to have to try to put himself into. So now what he can do is he can look at what's in front of him and keep working. Sweeping, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. This driver's going to work. Thompson, first driver, 1 lap down. There's Michael Strickland, 7 seconds back. Got around Michael Caffrey. So the 1, 2, 3 drivers go Biggert, Stryker, Caffrey off of 1. Dono Williams off the race line right now. Wesley Strait closing in some of the distance as well as the 0-2 on that Chevy. Mark Retchen's going to be here. Greg Whitehead off the track. I think that any one of these drivers can do is just kind of bide your time and see where you're going to be able to finish and just kind of try to make it work. Strickland trying to close down some of the distance here to Nathan Biggert. Of course, Biggert finishing in the top 3 last night at the dirt track. If you missed that race, that was a ton of fun. As Chop Shop's back dirt racing once again. The Crown Jewel race went to Corey Bodnott, who's your race controller tonight. Heck of a driver. Right now, Caffrey just trying to stay out of the back bumper of the 88, and it's free and running quite profusely here as the downhill approach looks as such. 88.77 coming into turn 5. 77 will be back to the inside straightaway for the 77. They'll let him back 8 seconds the difference. Caffrey runs the higher side. He's going to trying to take the inside lane away from Michael Strickland, and that would have been a great entrance into the next corner, but he's going to carry speed. He's going to try to break some of that air to be able to have the braking zone. He's going to be into the braking zone, turning into turn 8, turn 9. On the left-hander, Stryker getting a little bit more speed out of the corner, but Caffrey just kind of in save mode right now. 7.8 seconds here as Nathan Biggert will be trying to work on traffic in front of him. And that's another lap complete. We're going to be 9 laps complete here, or we're going to be we'll be into the 9th lap here as you see drivers off the racing surface. As we'll see some of the drivers hit that downhill approach. Biggert will clear some of that, and he's got some lap traffic in front of him. There's the 3 of Greg Whitehead. Right there in front of him is going to be Jerry Culver. Culver about to go a lap down to Nathan Biggert. Biggert rolls the corner, gets out, and carries some speed. So lap traffic all the way into the first couple of turns. Thompson having an issue back here. Excuse me. I think he stopped. He went off track and stopped. I think he was letting drivers by. Well, don't think he has any damage here. Doesn't look to be as such. Maybe a little left front damage. That's okay. You can Sunday drive this race course, maybe gain a spot or 2. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Thank you, folks, for being out there. Much love to you. Always a blessing. Always a great time to be able to call these races and enjoy what we do. Biggert out front, sweeping. Thank you again. I sure thank you very much. The B Trains, thank you very much as well. Bobby, much love, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody out there on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Really keep killing it out there. You guys just keep doing it. Keep knocking it out of the park. Ooh, somebody off the racetrack there. It's Joe Thompson, it looked like. Was getting the 1 or 2. The 8.4 seconds, the difference between Michael Strickland and Michael Caffrey. A little bit of lap traffic here that we watched Nathan Biggert go by earlier. As the Canadian Tire track. It's under the Continental over the walkover there. The 61 in front of these drivers as well. Going to be Philip Caffrey. Philip Caffrey, brother to Michael Caffrey here, right behind him. They're both from Perth, Australia. They love themselves some road course racing. The Caffrey of men Gotta move those photos up for those guys. Hey, Philip started from Peru. He's from Canberra, Australia. Can you dig it? And Chris Robert's all right here from Courtney, British Columbia. This is his hometown track. He just has to just continue to have momentum moving forward. Still on the lead lap. Last lap, he ran his fastest lap, 1:26.15. Still trying to find some pace. He is faster than about half of the field in front of him. Just needs to start putting those laps together, I think, and keep moving forward. A little clean air goes a long way. Nathan Biggert has a 31.14 I rating on the road series, so we believe he's definitely had his fill. All right, these drivers are going to be doing their thing. I'm going to be doing my thing. I'm going to go take a hydrate break and let these drivers unwind a little bit. About 14 laps to go before we go to the stage. We'll go a lot exciting, so we can talk about all your drivers and see what these drivers are going to be doing. I'll be back in just a moment. Here's Jeremiah Burke. He's going to be off 3. He has Michael Newbrow in front of him. These drivers still putting a lot of effort. Up 3 or off 3, it doesn't matter. Clean trucks matter there toward the end, as Newbrow's going to be your biggest mover of the race currently. Newbrow right here, right behind him. You see a little bit of debris happening with some of the tracks and some of the drivers. Michael Newbrow up 12. Anthony Crownover is going to be up 11. Go through our wonderful drivers once again. There is Ryan Wendt. Wendt is off 5 now, but he's got that Toyota still working kind of clean. Doesn't have too much damage. Had a few off tracks. We watched a couple of them happen on the relative on my end, but he's been able to keep that truck clean. It's a good-looking truck. It really is. One of the few Toyotas we have in the field, and then basically the rest of the field is half Chevy, half Ford. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with what these drivers try to produce. There is Joseph Grijalva. Grijalva was up inside the top 5, right back now where he started in that 7th spot at Ford. Trying to put a little bit more into it right behind him, Mark Retchen. He's going to take that spot away from Mark Retchen here as the drivers continue to work. The extra incentive being that a lot of drivers who love to get out here and run these road courses are a lot better at it than I am. Only track I even feel competitive at that's a road course is actually now the Chicago Street Course. I do like that one, but also Watkins Glen. That's it. But I mean, this track is. I remember not only driving this track here, but on the NASCAR heat courses, but and on our alt account that we have for our other side of Signature Esports. And this one's been fun. So, yeah, it's a good race course. It's very flat in sections that it's kind of narrow as well. So where you have to pick your passes with passion and kind of make it stick, and that's pretty much what we're seeing out of a lot of the drivers. 16 of 55 being completed as the drivers go to work. There is Russell Black. Russell Black sitting inside the top 10, trying to track down Michael Coulter Jr. Russell Black had a little bit off track, a little bit of contact earlier with Culver, and I believe it was. Take a look back. Jerry Culver, Russell Black, went and had to stop suddenly all at the same time. So they were right there on the same sector as they were before. But John Hammond trying to close down the gap right behind Russell Black. John, of course, had that lap 1, turn 1 incident that we saw earlier. And nothing wrong with trying to put a little bit into it. And that's for darn sure. Chris Roberge digging into the corner. Got a few drivers in front of him. It's going to be TJ Krober, and Jeremiah Burke is another driver he is trying to track down. TJ Krober here, 0.6 of a second difference here. Right in front of those drivers is going to be the 13 of Jeremy Krober. Roberge putting a little bit more into it. And as they go, there's Alex Thompson. Alex Thompson sitting 25th, up 3. Stephen Hine is the driver trying to track him down, but right now he's got the 54 Brandon Banks there to his right side. And we'll see if the left-hander, the left-hander's going to work out for him just fine. And we'll see what the driver's doing. Brandon Banks made the pass on Grijalva. Grijalva going to have the uphill for the 16, little bump. Nothing bad there. He holds on to it and doing just fine. It's hard to get in the uphill right there and to see a driver try to make a pass. And those things do happen. They do happen. Check it out in the chat. You tried that? You like the track though? It's fun. It is a fun track. That's yeah. I mean, it's okay. Churchy, it's all right, man. It's a good race, though. Good race so far. Nathan Biggert, still your race leader, having to lock the tires up as he goes around the 98 here. 98 trying to... Oop, there's somebody off the track back here. Looks like Sam Benson. Was it Sam Benson? Maybe TJ. TJ was off track as well. Yeah, I think it might have been TJ. That's the darker color vehicle there. 01 puts all the way through 10th, a lap down. 18 laps into this one. I'm sorry, all the way through 16th, a lap down. Michael Newbrow, the next driver that will be trying to stay on the lead lap. Going to have Anthony Damiani in front of him. Damiani, the 23, running that Ford Performance Ford. As Ryan Wendt look to come around. It's going to be in that mix. It's a long 25 laps for the stage. It's basically almost splitting the track in half, and the rest of the field will be trying to work on it. Michael Caffrey, the only driver close enough to start putting some time between he and Michael Strickland, who's going to be in third. Wesley Straight's in fourth. Brandon Banks getting a little faster. He's 37 seconds off your race leader, with Grijalva in tow with Mark Retchen behind. The biggest battle you see going on right now is going to be the battle for sixth, as Grijalva and Retchen are 2 3/10 behind each other respectively. As when Brandon Banks went around the 99, it was just in a sweeping turn, had the chance to pull away. A lot of effort happening here for the Canadian Tire Speedy Trophies.com Truck Series. Here for Chop Chop Racing, 24 carries the inside lane. Something that drivers can do if they're only one lap down right now and they have their 38 off the racing surface. That's Sam Benson. Jason Day will go around him. Is maybe short pit for fuel, and then take the wave around to get themselves back on the lead lap, depending on the distance between them and the race leader. Right now, Nathan Biggert has a couple of drivers still trying to put a little bit more into this one. In front of him, there's the 23 of Damiani. Newbrow went a lap down. Newbrow still playing catch up to a couple of these drivers. You see the 3 on the outside. That is going to be Greg Whitehead, as Newbrow laps Greg Whitehead on his respective lap. Ryan Wint trying to go to the outside as well. So Michael Newbrow might benefit if they're coming around to 2 laps to go. Since the leader's in front of him, he might benefit from a free pass, because you know that everybody in front of him is going to be coming around and pitting for fuel and tires. If he wants to get back on the lead lap, might be a chance there. I'm not quite sure how that would play out. But here goes Nathan Bigger getting around Jeremiah Burke for 13th. So all the way through 13th lapped here with a 31 car field, a 31 truck field. You do put some time and energy and effort into this racing surface. There is Anthony Cronover, and right behind him is going to be Nathan Biggert. Nathan Biggert, the advantage in the series to get 3 wins would give him a point. Would give him the point advantage in the series here. 6 races in, he's been chasing Michael Strickland for the past couple of weeks. Even with 2 wins, the stage points have really stacked up for Strickland. So that's another positive side. We'll be 21 laps in. And these drivers still putting a little bit more into these trucks. And now we're seeing the lap times kind of level out. Right now, Wesley Straight and Michael Caffrey are the fastest drivers on the racetrack. Nathan Biggert ran a 24:34 last time by. Michael Caffrey just ran a 23:85. But this time, as he comes around, getting around some lap traffic, slows down about a second off of that, 1.2 seconds to be exact. So there's a lot to be gained. Here's the middle screen. Caffrey was better on lap 19. Biggert better on everything else right there. How about Stryker to Michael Caffrey? Stryker better on 17 and 20, but the advantage goes to Michael Caffrey behind. Michael Strickland to Wesley Straight. Wesley Straight's been better on the last 3 laps, 18, 19, and 20. Let's see, he's trying to get around Jerry Culver. Wesley Straight to Brandon Banks. Brandon Banks better on 16, 17, and 18. And then on lap 19 and 20, just having to deal with I see Banks having to deal with some traffic behind her. So Wesley Straight running his fastest lap of the race, a 1:23.75. Grijalva was faster on 19 compared to Banks' 16, 17, 18, and 20, as Banks starts to level off his lap times, 1:25.06. Grijalva's last time, 1:25.81. Retchen has been faster ever. Oh, gets into the back bumper of the 99 and into the braking zone. Grijalva a little better on lap 20. And right now, Jason Day getting dicey. Going to hit the inside wall. Man, oh man. Take a look at that one more time as they were coming through. Jason Day was trying to follow these drivers. Let me back up here. The other Canadian in the field carries the corner, has the sweeping corner, gets out brakes for the 24. Just when he gets back into throttle here. Well, just gets free. Thing just gets free, and then little higher nose damage. Really, I don't know if there was that much going on there. Right now, Connor Hazel closes in a little bit of distance. His fastest lap, 1:24.369 for Jason Day. So we'll see if he's going to be able to carry forward. Sam Benson able to get around him on that exchange. Man, oh man, Russell Black, first driver off the lead lap. I do believe. Would be your lucky dog in this situation. No, he's not quite there. Jeremiah Burke coming to pit road with 2 laps to go. Not a bad idea. He could be your lucky dog here. So he'll take that opportunity as they come around and complete lap 23. Nathan Biggert will come down the downhills into 3 and 4. 3 with a little bit of a straightaway here. And then you're going to get into turn 4. It's going to be the left-hander backwards. And turn 5 is basically in 4 sections: 5A, 5B, and 5C. And it's an awkward shape, but it looks kind of fun to be able to drive. That's for darn sure. All right, he gets into the fastest sector. And so we'll take a look at the bottom right side of your screen. There's your dashboard and the speeds that he has to carry. And this is an uphill approach. And the drivers will work at it. Good pace, good speed for Nathan Biggert. He has lapped all the way to 11th. And with 2 laps to go on the stage, Russell Black will be the other driver trying to complete that. But what they'll do is they'll throw the caution about, I believe, after the top 10. I wonder if they're going to do it after the top 10. I should have asked that question. Usually it's after the top 10 across the start-finish line. And that would be an advantage to any of the other drivers. If not, then it's going to be Nathan Biggert who would have to check up for the field. So we'll see if that's gonna matter. Capri's going to be in second here, 22.9 back, and a lot of drivers going to have to adjust their race line here to be able to play catch up. Stryker's going to be in third. Wesley Strait closing down the distance here for that, trying to get that top 3 in the marker. A lot of drivers still out there driving. Only a couple of drivers out of the race. For the most part, everybody else still working. Donnell Williams getting his truck worked on. So is Robert Church, Hayden Malcolm. Driver still sitting there. Stephen Hine out of the race. Looks like Philip Capri is working on getting another spot or 2. Alex Thompson up 3. He and Philip Capri both up a few spots here. Thompson just doing what he can to work the field, doing a great job. 24 of 55. As 5 seconds shaved off for Michael Caffrey. Alex Thompson having an issue there, having to stop. We'll take a look and see what happened. I think that was the downhill. Jeremiah Burke went around him. Thompson gets around the corner. He hit the grass. He did. He hit the grass. What a save. Oh, and then he gets the helicopter. Nowhere for Jeremiah Burke to go. Thompson held the brakes. Just carrying too much speed was Jeremiah Burke and just pancaked him. Got to give the helicopter word to Thompson, though, because he did a complete 360. Nathan Biggert behind the 44 here. It's Connor Hazel. Connor Hazel trying not to go 2 laps down to the race leader, but ultimately will go 2 laps down. Jason Day, first driver off the lead lap. As Alex Thompson will be up 2. Philip Caffrey able to make that around, so Caffrey's going to be at 5. Michael Caffrey, though, is in second here, and he's got a little bit of lap traffic in front of him, but he's doing just fine. Oh, want to come around. He's going to win stage 1. The only stage, of course, here in the sector. be able to back it down here as Russell Black. So that should be the end of the stage. And 0-1 still going to make the pass on Russell Black here. Russell, that's what I was confused about, because I knew there was a possibility of that happening. So Russell Black will be the lucky dog as we wait for the driver. So Coulter Jr. is still a whole 118 back. So a chance for, I mean, if we're waiting for the top 10 to come around and do that, there's a chance that Nathan Biggert, if he pushed hard enough, he'd be able to catch him. So Russell Black will try to hold on to the lucky dog as lap 26 is underway. Caution should have been thrown on 25. That would have frozen the field. Now Russell Black, who should have been on the lead lap, will have to go back around. And he'll start at the tail end of the field as well, so that's unfortunate for him. So Coulter Jr. finally crosses the line. That's your top 10 crossing the line, so we're not throwing a caution for the stage. That was my question. Let me back this up. I gotta go ask the question. Philip Caffrey off the wrecked on the back straightaway there. Now Coulter Jr. is going to possibly go a lap down here. Big confusion happening for me. Would have thought the caution would have been thrown for the stage here. The 61 just gets free, I think. He does, just gets free. Oh. Ooh. Church comes back out. Cam, that boy Nate, yeah. I'm confused. Because now, any portion for the lucky dog, because that's what I was looking at. But they're racing. I guess we're going to keep going. I'm not quite sure. Striker entering pit lane. Going to take the green flag pit stop. I thought that's what I heard whenever they were doing the pre-race, that the stage was going to be on lap 25. Yep, stage was on lap 25, and then there was only going to be one caution thrown, and that would have been for that, unless there was an issue. So, many apologies here. So apparently not, folks. Apparently they're not going to do it for the road course. So bad information on my end. So my bad. So that's frustrating. I've been setting up the stage here for everybody, and based off of what I heard in there. So I apologize about being incorrect. We'll have to make sure that if we have that in the future, that it's all clarified, that there's no that there is a stage on lap 25, or the stage is going to end on lap 25. That and they talk about restarts and the starts and the restarts that would happen. That we go in and we make sure that we clarify if they're going to start or not. So Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Shook. Because there's a whole lot that was said in there that I just want to heard correctly, but it makes me look like a fool, and I don't like that. So bear with me. Nathan Biggert, Michael Caffrey. We got about 9 drivers on the lead lap. Brandon Banks into pit road to get his service. Green flag pit stops coming in, about 30 laps of fuel and tires. If you split it about halfway, it's about 27 to 28 laps. And we don't like to see it. So we're going to see a lot of drivers go a lap down. Nathan Biggert will probably try to run the fuel window out. And we'll see what happens. So Russell Black coming to pit road to get service here. Will be just 1 lap down, I do believe. By the way, Nathan Biggert, 26 laps to go. I'm going to take a vocal break there, folks, and I'll be right back. Big old butt whooping happening with the field. Nathan Biggert out there to try to lap the field as about 6 drivers decide to come to pit road. 3 of the drivers that are on the lead lap, Mark Retchen, Colby Hartung, John Hammond. Actually, Nathan Biggert will lap all the way through 5th coming to pit road. So that's all the way to 6th coming to the pit road. Brandon Banks is going to stay out here. Michael Caffrey with an opportunity. Got about 30 seconds on the gap, right behind Chris Roberge. Russell Black again off the lead lap, came in on 28, finds himself trying to just hang out and get some more out of this one. Very quiet racetrack right now as tires and fuel for all of the drivers. And then as Nathan Biggert comes around, see Michael Strickland running his fastest lap of the race, finally 1:22.87. Trying to catch up to Wesley Strait here, 1:25.61 last lap. Biggert ran a 1:29.47. So Caffrey's going to be a race leader currently with the 01. With new tires, has the 77 out front. 01 will try to make the pass on the 77. 77 will try to take the air away. If I'm Nathan Biggert, I'm not pushing here because that can happen. You can get free. 77 will try to work the corner. Going to be behind the 98 as these drivers try to track some time. Michael Caffrey will be coming to pit road at some point here to be able to finish his finish the race with fuel. But Michael Caffrey's losing a ton of ground here to Nathan Biggert. Biggert will try to take the inside lane as the 77 has the better apex. Trying to get around the 98 here. Roberge inside the top 10. Roberge is yet to come to pit road as well. Capri needs the lap lead here. Capri's going to get the lap lead as Nathan Biggert load up here. Caffrey just ran a 124.67. So the battle for the lead right here between the two drivers, it's all going to boil down to what can Michael Caffrey and Nathan Biggert do here. Biggert's going to have the better turn into the throttle. He's going to have a little bit more grip on the tires as they heat up. But one's going to go to the inside. 77 will close the distance. 77 will have the apex turn. 01 hits the turtle there. This is where the 01 can make a mistake. Right now, you've got lap traffic in front of both the drivers as the 01 tries to get through the gears a little faster. Admin box gives you 23 laps to go. 77 will have the 98 to the outside. 77 through the race line. 01's going to break into the corner. 77 will cross over the race line. 01 will have to get on the brakes a little harder. All right, Caffrey comes to pit road. Biggert's going to be a race leader again. Somebody clicked over the pre-race narrative where it said stage 1 of the completion of lap 25 caution will not be thrown, which I appreciate. I appreciate that, but it's what I was told and what I heard, not what was thrown in the pre-race narrative. So it is what it is. It would make more sense to make it interesting. James Manrood, thank you very much for liking and share, sir. There's the Manrood Racing gentleman out there. Thank you, sir. It happens. It is what it is. It's a misunderstanding. Thank you, sir. He says hit the like, share button, and if you're new, hit the follow button. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. So that's what I was talking about. It's what I was told and what I heard. 01 threads the needle there. Colby Hartung goes off the racing surface, and we'll have to see why. Pressuring the 14 here, look like the 14 had John Hammond there. Let's go here. It's about what I heard with my ears. Because to be frank with everybody, the pre-race narrative, 16 was off the grass. He gave room and just came up and clipped him. That's something. And if the admins are going to listen back here, that's something that the pre-race narrative, with all of the notifications that I get on Discord, I try to look at it, and when I do try to look at it, it is a situation where I take the last thing that I was told and the last thing that I heard first, because that's what's said. I even if it says it in Discord. If I hear something in the chat, or I hear something verbally, that's the reason why I jump into the race comms to make sure there's no changes. That's what I would hear. So we'll have to make sure that I do a better job of ensuring what's actually being said. Nathan Biggert laps all the way to 8th. John Hammond's the next driver he's tracking down. There's an opportunity. He's going to catch Hammond. Roberts is yet to come to pit road, according to what I'm seeing. He started on pit lane. Hopefully he's going to have enough fuel. Big full send. Thank you, sir. That's part of this, folks. I try to make sure I'm relative on the information, and I try to make sure that what I'm saying is accurate and as accurate as I possibly can. I'll get things wrong, but when I set up the entire race and the entire front half of the race, it just makes me look and feel like a fool. So that's what I was saying with it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that's awesome. I appreciate you. 12 goes around right there. That's Joe Thompson. Thank you for the 530 stars, sir. Much love to you. The stars are awesome because you guys are as well. So thank you very much. Joe Thompson up 8. Alex Thompson's going to be up 4. Philip Caffrey's up 7. Biggest move of the race, still Michael Newbrow, who has an opportunity here to catch up to Anthony Crowder. Roberts comes to pit road. He's going to take his cycle. Newbrow trying to get 1 or 2 more spots here. Came out on lap 27, splits the cycle in half. You can run 28 laps, no problem. We saw Roberts just run 30. Sorry, 30, almost 35. So Roberts is here on that 14th spot. Hopefully he'll be able to get out of pit road and do what he can here. 15, 16 second cycle here. Didn't take tires. He's going to have, was he speeding? Get a little damage replaced. Nah, he did. He's good. Roberts goes back to 15th. Newbrow's going to be up 15 now as he gets around Anthony Crownover as well. Newbrow up 15, trying to keep that title. There's a 59, lets the one go by. Coulter Jr. again. Big happy birthday to that driver, Russell Black, in 10th. Thank you, sir. Much love to you. Biggert is lapped all the way to 8th. There's Mark Retchin in front of him. Retchin, of course, our Jefferson City neighbor friend. Brandon Banks off track here. Hopefully he is good. This looks like it was just a quarter exit or maybe a quarter entrance off track. We'll take a look here. Brandon Banks is a fast driver. Oh, he brakes. Yeah, he just braked. He was trying to stay out of the back of the 14 here. That's a lot of time lost getting into the corner. And I kind of want to far chase this one because this is almost a blind corner. He sees the speed. He's locking up the brakes right there to not get into the 16. And as he hits the brakes, it just gets that truck free. And a great save. Little grass. And then he has to get the tires cleaned off. It's back through the field. It's a great job there. So Brandon Banks gets around. And he gets around the 16. Top 5 night for him so far. As Nathan Biggert rolls into that corner. 18 laps to go. Thank you to Admin Box for being a part of that platform. 24 on the back bumper, the 01 here. Mark Retchin's been fast all race long. And now a chance for him to pick apart what Nathan Biggert's doing here. Caffrey, 37 seconds off the pace. 44 for Michael Strickland. Maybe not a race course that you want to send Nathan Biggert to. He does elder the field here, 31.14 to the next highest I rating would be Brandon Banks, 1488, and 1433 of Michael Caffrey. Philip Caffrey, 1417. Ryan went 1404. Ryan out of the race. No, Ryan. Yeah, I wish it, Jason. I wish. I wanted to. I would love to interview the Canadian for the Canadian Tire. You know what I mean? Letitia, thank you very much for the like. Much love. Again, thank you, Mandaroot, for the stars. Thank you to everybody who donates and puts the bits in, and the stars, and becomes members and supporters. Those things matter. Those things matter to help me get better. Because I mean, what you guys see right now is 1440 compressed to 1080. What I would love to be able to do is actually put out be able to actually put out a 1440 stream. And it's tough. Got to have the right kind of graphics card for it. Got to have the right kind of, you got to have the right price for this. That's kind of the way it is. Grijalva in that 6th spot. Brandon Banks is in 5th. Gretchen went a lap down now as he gets around to 16. Keep an eye on the biggest mover. He is trying to track down Michael Coulter Jr. He does have Jerry Culver in front of him. Also, Blackstone inside the top 10, trying to track down John Hammond, as the relative would show. Yeah, there you go. Battle box. The battle for 8th. 7.5 back from John Hammond and Colby Hartung. Russell Black, the next guy, trying to track down John Hammond, 13.8. This is all about consistency, and that's really what it's meant to be about. And part of the allure of these tracks is to give people who don't have who are decent at the road courses a chance to get out there and score some points. Nathan Biggert has started to prove that he is pretty much good at everything. Michael Caffrey, 41.7 seconds back as he tries to work on it. 77 has been fast, and he held off Nathan Biggert with older tires for longer. But I think Caffrey just came in and took fuel. I don't even think he really even worried about the tires there. You see everybody laps down. How's the weather? It is snowing. It's been snowing. It's very cold. It's very cold. Ten people watching. Take some time to like the broadcast. Thank you, man. Thank you, Churchy. Appreciate you. That's 10 people watching on YouTube. We've got a few more of that everywhere. So thank you, everybody out there. We're on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, folks. Hit that like button. It does go a long way. How's it over there in Lebanon, man? Is it still cold? I'm not looking forward to Friday. I think Friday is going to be the worst of the 2 days. If you haven't done so as well, folks, I'm a shameless plug here for Thursdays. I do have a league that I am starting on Thursdays. If you want to be a part of that, you just got to join my Discord. But I encourage you to get out there and join the Chop Shop Racing Series. I mean, if you look at this, 31 trucks for a road series race. That's a pretty darn full field. That means they're doing everything right here. Doing some things, I would say everything. They're doing some things right. So, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. For tracks, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and we start this Thursday, so if you were to do it, I'm going to throw up practice for everybody to get out and turn some laps tomorrow evening, and so the league can formally get underway. We're going to take care of that, and it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm pretty excited about that. Wesley Strait 5 seconds back from Nathan Biggert, from Michael Caffrey. That's the gap that's closing. Actually, let me take that back. It was the battle box. We want to talk about position. That's relative lap. The driver is in front of him. Oh, I got you. Nathan hasn't lapped the field, so that's inaccurate. There it is. I was going to say that's very much inaccurate. What's that? It's in my Discord. It's going to get colder this weekend. I know it's supposed to be -9 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning on Friday or Saturday. That's what at least what the weather said. Sunday is going to be the worst yet. Do I have a list of the tracks I'm running? It's in my Discord. If you want to be a part, if you want to check that out, it's in my Discord. There's a list and actually it's on Facebook as well. We start with Homestead. It's 10 tracks, 1 super speedway, 1 road course, and then we split it in half and half when it comes to short tracks and intermediate tracks. I think that's pretty much what I decided there. We're gonna run the road course that I'm running is the Chicago Street Course. It's all the trucks. Those are the things we want to see. Similar to what these guys have been able to do. Chop Shop really has a great truck series. They really do. If you have not seen a truck series, on Tuesday nights, kind of dominate the platform where these guys have. Brandon Banks, last driver on the lead lap, trying to get around to 13 of Jerry Culver, has just been managing his tires, managing his pace with 12 laps to go. Man, and then right behind here, Nathan Biggert. Oh, that's the 23 going around right there. Anthony Damiani in 14th. Was 2 laps down. Nathan Biggert's just been dominant. You see Anthony Crown over in 13th, up 11. Michael Newbrow still up 15 here in 12th. It's crazy to think. Michael Caffrey runs 25-second laps here. 125. Biggert's last lap, 123.04. About a second slower than his fastest lap. Caffrey is he's just trying to get around some of these drivers. There's Connor Hazel. Now the 77's going to go around. Michael Caffrey off the racetrack. Wesley Straight will go around. Stryker's going to go around as well. So Michael Caffrey heavy in the braking zone there. We'll have to now definitely go to work. We'll take a look here. That's the 64. Oop. Forgive me, folks. That's Russell Black right there. That's what happened when Russell came off the racing surface. Here is Capri. How far chase. He gets down to the corner. Oh, he brakes to the 44 and just slides across the grass. And then he's got hot tires. There's not much you can do there but just slow down. So Caffrey, late race incident here, takes him from second to fourth. Wesley Straight to second now. As Nathan Biggert will try to track him down. Biggert might be able to close down a lot of this gap. Hasn't quite. Change some things there. That's what I'm saying. It's showing him a lap down, but they're not. Wesley Straight is 50 seconds back. Here, let's do this. The battle box isn't accurate here. Connor Hazel is the driver he's trying to get around. Wesley Straight, now that was the same concept that Caffrey had there 10 laps to go. Michael Caffrey will have to go try to put back in 10 laps of screaming fast lap times here. Brandon Banks still trying to close in 22.5 seconds to Michael Caffrey. Brandon Banks, breaks into the zone here. Sees the race leader coming behind him. 54.01, Biggert. All over the back bumper. There's a heavy braking zone there. Letitia, thank you very much for the share. Much love. Your best track on Heat 5. This one is it's a tough race course, man. Canadian Tire's been digging. Well, Nathan Biggert laps all the way to fourth place, and now is got 10 laps to try to track down where Michael Caffrey is going to be. Next week, this race line will dictate another place. Let's jump over to see what Chop Shop's doing here. They are going to run the Chicago Street Course, which is awesome. We are Canadian Las Vegas next week. Then we'll go to New Hampshire. They'll take a week off for January 30th. We're going to Indy, Kansas Auto Club. They're racing Kansas the day before Valentine's Day. Uh-oh. They better kiss some butts. Seems to happen. So next week we're going to Las Vegas. We'll definitely have stages there. Definitely have stages there. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. Thank you for the shares and the likes and all the cool stuff that everybody does. Nathan Biggert, 53-second lead over Wesley Strait. Wesley Strait to Michael Strickland, 3.5 back. Afri still trying to re-close down some of that time. My Australian friend was sitting in second. Alex Thompson, some nose damage on 40. Missing the bumper here. This was on lap 40. Anthony Crownover went to get to the inside. 16 roll in the corner. Oh, little bump. Hit the corner. It was just a bad corner for Anthony Crownover. Here's a far chase view. Has the pace, has the speed. Yeah, just hit the bump. He would have had it clean. If he didn't hit that turtle, he wouldn't have gotten into him. So just a bad incident right there. Church moved up to 28th. 27 laps down, but he was able to make it work. Hayden Malcolm trying to track down a couple more laps here. At least he's out there still running. Sam Benson, Jason Day out. Ryan went out. TJ's going to be out. Alex Thompson into pit road. I believe has to serve a drive-through here for the incident points. No claim system today, so no cautions will be brought out. Those things happen. I know cautions are localized on road courses. That's normal. It's not what I was looking at before. How about Michael Newbrow getting around Russell Black here, up 16 spots. Having a great day. Trying to track down Coulter Jr. now. 6 seconds the difference. Coulter on the front straightaway. Michael Newbrow's coming around turn 10 himself, so a chance here for him to pick up another spot. Maybe a top 10 in his first start in the Truck Series here. Coulter Jr. coming around, giving a little extra oomph. John Hammond in 9th off one from the start of the race. Had a bad start. Went back to 28th and has worked himself up to 9th. Colby Hartung in 8th here. Trying to get more out of the truck that he had before. Had a little bit of looping incidents earlier, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Mark Retchen's going to be in 7th. Grijalva's still in 6th. Brandon Banks in 5th. We're looking at where Nathan Biggert's going to be. He's got 3 drivers behind him, but he's looking ahead of him right now. The 6th of Michael Newbrow gets off the racing surface to make way to the 01. That's going to dirty up the tires. Going to take it easy, get into the corner. So 2 laps down for Michael Newbrow. Everybody else, all but 4 drivers off the lead lap. Biggert, Strait, Strickland, Caffrey, all on the lead lap. Brandon Banks, 1 lap down. Showed you out, and you parked. It should show you out. You parked it in the garage. It's not showing you out on this, but I did see it. I did see you out. If I click on you, you're not there. You know what I mean? If I select your truck, you're not there. But it wasn't showing you out. It's showing you 27 laps down, which is fine. That happens. I'm okay with it. I ain't mad. Not mad at all, sir. Not mad at all. You missed the podcast I did for Chop Shop, or with Chop Shop. They have the Chopping It Up series out there. We did we did that last Friday, and then they put it out last Saturday. So this past Saturday, here is their YouTube channel. YouTube.com/chop_TV. SpeedyTrophies.com is the title sponsor for the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. Make sure you go to SpeedyTrophies.com, Get your league trophy, get your bowling trophy. Maybe you just want to give a trophy to your kid for being an awesome kid. And you can do it back there. They do custom engraving and all kinds of stuff. If they don't have it on their website, you can get a hold of them and they can try to make it for you. That's pretty much what they do. All kinds of different trophies. So make sure you go check them out at speedytrophies.com. Thinking admin box, thinking of the bottle status, thinking of the B&B music, thinking all the fine folks out there. Whoa, baby, 23. I'm sorry, that looked like the 23. No, that wasn't Damiani. Who was that? Who that? Who the hell? It was a Ford. I don't even know. Rahala doing it. Thank you to all the wonderful sponsors out there. And thanking all the fine folks putting in the time and the energy and the effort to let these drivers have leads to go run, and these things they do matter. Nubra had an issue on 49. But take a look and see. We're down turn one. Joe thinking we're like, oh. Wait, what a save. What a save. Kept it clean. So still your biggest mover. He did lose his spot there to Russell Black, but maybe an opportunity to get that back. It was just the braking zone going into turn one. That downhill sector, the turn one and turn two, that downhill section. I was talking to John Hammond before the race, and he said that that's where you're going to see a lot of issues. And that's why I changed the camera to be a static cam there to see where the issues lie on both corners there, and did exactly that. It was absolutely exactly 110% that right there. Brandon Banks in fifth. There's a lot of traffic behind him. Coulter Jr. still trying to hold on to his racing. Here's those corners. There's the 12 with Joe Thompson. Here's Coulter Jr. coming around the race surface here. Gets around 3 and 4, but that's what I was talking about. These are the two corners. There's Grijalva going down right here, and then it flattens out. You see the section right there for the corner exit. That's what these drivers are going to be looking at. Lots of downhill sections. Lots of downhill braking sections, which have made this track very challenging and very interesting to see. That's for sure. Michael Caffrey. See these drivers as Alex Thompson gets back out here. Newbrow back through the gears, trying to get one more of his spots back. Thompson up 7 in 21st. Going to track down Greg Whitehead. Has a couple of laps to him. Greg Whitehead safe in that regard. Nathan Biggert holding on. Connor Hazel having an issue. 44 off the surface here. Old tire starting to play a factor. Whoa, almost gooses it there. Gotta take it easy. Connor sponsors the Geomax Dirt Series on Mondays. Oh, baby. Hold on to it, Connor. Did so. There he goes. It's track being challenging for everybody. And when you get debris on your tires, this is just like the real world. You gotta take your time and clean that tire, clean that debris off. Because if you don't, you will get hot and heavy into the corner. There's Coulter Jr. back here, top 10 night for him. So far as we're 3 laps to go in this race, finds himself 2 laps down. First driver 2 laps down, trying to track down John Hammond, who is coming around turn 1 and 2. Into 3, it's the downhill approach. Right there goes Hammond, hugs the inside line. 0-2 there as well. Onto the turn 4, a little straight here. Turn 4 is a big sweeping corner. Angles out, gets to the left side of the rumble strip there, gets himself onto the straightaway, gets himself up for the short left-hander right here, which is more of a dog leg, down into the turn 5. This is where turn 5, I talked about turn 5 earlier, it's just huge. Big times, though. Big deal. John Hammond is the 0-2 behind. Wesley Straight. About 1.01. 75 is going to let the 0-2 go around. Nathan Biggert will better the field. 2 laps to go in this race, week 6. It's going to be huge. One of the racetrack. This is a great racetrack. It really is. And Nathan pretty much dominated the entire race, of course. But one of the things that I know that is coming up, one of the road courses that we're going to see from Chop Shop is the Chicago Street Course. And that Chicago Street Course is going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be not only fun to call, but it's going to be different for these drivers because the passing zones aren't in the corners, and you're going to see a lot of bump and runs in that corner. That's what's going to be big on it. Final lap coming up here for Nathan Biggert, who is pretty much can just smooth sail. He could clutch the entire way. White flag waves for the final lap. SpeedyTrophies.com Truck Series. A great time for Nathan Biggert. A lot of drivers trying to put a little bit more effort into it. Michael Caffrey had some issues late in the race. We'll find him outside the top 3. But a top 4 night for him, to say the least. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the race line. A chance for 4 drivers to stay on the lead lap. Nathan Biggert will come through for the final time, turn 5. Into the Andretti straightaways, the fastest sector on the circuit. 3 more corners, and he will have this one in the bag. Sweeping right-handed turn 8, Michael Caffrey. Still on the lead lap here in front of the driver. Gets into turn 9 and now to turn 10. Will be able to stay on the lead lap. One more lap for him to complete. Nathan Biggert is, though, however, going to get that race win. And will do so pretty decently. Well, have a cool-down lap here. As Wesley Straight, Michael Strickland still working on their laps here as well. They're almost halfway through this one. So Nathan Biggert will be able to cool down his lap times. Take it easy and let these drivers complete their laps. Wesley Straight in second. 88 of Stryker in third. Joe, if you're still out there, I don't know if you're still out there. We had Joe Joe Jr. on the circuit earlier. Brandon Banks finishes in 5th. We'll park it right there. Caffrey comes around for the final time. Verhalva will finish 6th. Look like John Hammond will have a top 10. Coulter Jr. a top 10 as well. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Michael Newbrow here. The DBR team finishes 5th and 12th. Mike started in the back and 27th, up 15 spots. Ethan Biggert, Wesley Straight, Michael Strickland, Caffrey, Banks, Grijalva, Retchin, Hartung, Hammond, Coulter Jr., your top 10. And so these drivers go to work. Straight just completed his final time, and so did Michael Strickland. Michael Caffrey will be coming around, and he will finish his race. We're still seeing drivers out there finish the race up. So Caffrey, a top 4 night, last driver on the lead lap as they go to work. All right, that's the end of that one. Diddy and Tire out of the way. Nathan Biggert with a race win. Wesley Straight second. Michael Strickland third. Caffrey 4th. Brandon Banks 5th. Verhalva will be 6th. Retchin 7th. Colby Hartung, John Hammond, and Michael Coulter Jr. your top 10. Russell Black will finish in 11th. Michael Newbrow finishes 12th. Roberts, Damiani, Crownover, your top 15. Burke, Hazel, Culver finish all the way through 18th. Let's go down the rest of these real quick before we talk to these drivers. Joe Thompson finishes 19th. Greg Whitehead 20th. Alex Thompson finishes 21st. He's up 7 spots. Greg Whitehead finished right where he started in 20th right there. So Philip Caffrey up 8 in 22nd. PJ Krober, Jason Day, Ryan Went, Hayden Malcolm, Sam Benson, Stephen Hine all the way through 28th. And then Churchy, Donna Williams, and then Spicy wasn't able to race because of the power in his neck of the woods. And that will be the day. All right. Let us go have chitty chats with the drivers real quick, because that's pretty much where we're at. I'm waiting. Well, let's talk to Michael Strickland. He's ready to go. Michael Strickland finishes in third. This was a battle of attrition and just trying to do it. Bigger had pretty much had this race on lock, but you guys had your own battles, not just with traffic, but with the racetrack today. Very spicy racetrack today.
Yes, sir. Where were we? Canadian Tire. It was the first time we were out here. It was fun. It's fast. You basically have to race the track and not the other competitors. You start racing somebody else and you're going to get in trouble. The guys up front ran good. Caffrey ran fast. I think Wesley was up there. I think Wesley finished second. And Nate, obviously, he dominated. So I don't know what he did. We have to go back and take a look at that. Maybe get him in the test center. Make sure he's legit, because he just dominated.
I mean, he doubles everybody's I rating on the road course. I think he's just figured something out.
He's just bad fast regardless. I was just joking.
Yeah, I could say that his lap times, his lap times were fast, but when somebody's just good at a course, you can see the difference. You can see the passing zones. He had struggles just the same, but most of what we saw today was having that back and forth. You started third, and to finish there, you were sitting fourth, and then we watched a lot of lap traffic try to get out of the way, but it seemed like once they started getting out of the way, trying to get out of the way, it was harder for you guys to pass them.
The lap traffic was super cordial. I want to thank everybody, because everybody did a good job, other than catching a couple guys at some wrong places, and there was a pack of 2 or 3 cars at a time. It was tough getting around everybody, but everybody was super cordial. It definitely impacted a little bit, but it didn't impact me at all. I mean, I would have finished either 4th or 5th around there had that not occurred. I feel bad for Caffrey getting collected there at the end. He kind of gave us a free spot, but all in all, it seemed like a good race. A little tired, but good race overall.
Yeah, 550 turns. That'll make anybody tired. My man, give you shout outs, P3 finish.
Appreciate it. We'll make it short and sweet today. We want to thank the league sponsor for the Truck Series, Speedy's Trophies. Make sure, if you guys are in the need for any trophies for whatever occasion, go to speedytrophies.com. We do have a discount code for 10% off your first order of $10 or more. We want to thank everybody that's out here rooting us on, all our fans and friends, and Signature Esports today. Jason, he does a great job. Make sure you subscribe and like, and keep on watching next week. We're going to probably be at a circle next week. So.
Vegas. Yeah.
Vegas. All right. So it'll be fun. Check us out.
Vegas will be fun. It'll be chaos, especially if you have a big field like you did today. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Appreciate everybody turning out today. It was a great turnout.
Stryker finishes P3. Congratulations once again, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Michael Strickland there. We're going to do it in reverse order. Let's talk to Wesley Straight. Finishes P2 today. Got around Stryker there for a little bit. You guys had a little bit of a battle happening there, but again, battle of attrition with most of the race. Tell me about it.
Funny enough, I'm more upset that I got a 1X coming to lap 54. I wanted the 0X race, and I got a little wide, and I'm so upset about that more than anything. But I was behind Stryker, and I was hoping. I wasn't pushing it. I knew I had like 12 laps to go or something when I was behind him. I had fresher tires, so I was just trying to almost force him into a mistake, and that's kind of what happened. So I saw him go wide, and I took advantage and went low and tried not to look back, but it was getting really slippery the last 5 laps. I almost made many more mistakes.
Sometimes sometimes slow and steady is the way to go. I don't think anybody had anything for Nate today, but
no, not at all.
This was a racetrack that was I don't know, it was fun. It's fun to call this racetrack because it's challenging in its own right. It's very flat in sectors. Most of the braking zones are downhill. So it just makes it more tough because you're carrying the nose of the truck into corners. That's different. That's not what you're normally used to. Normally, if you have elevated changes, you're braking uphill.
Yeah, it's very tough because you almost can't brake. You can't brake when you're going over them humps. It's you barely. I lost it in practice. Look, I mean, I only got a couple minutes of practice, and the first time I went over that hill, I lost. I wasn't even on the gas. I turned left too much, too quick or something, and it just went around. And I was like, oh, that ain't. I don't know about that. So I just had to. You had to really be patient, very patient at this track.
Yeah, turn 1 and turn 2, or I say turn 2 and turn 3 are were the troublemakers from what I saw. Me just meeting people in bad spots, especially because it's a blind downhill.
Yes.
But nonetheless, good day. P2 finish. Go to Las Vegas next week, so that'll be a whole different ball of wax. But Wes, give your shout outs. It was a hard fought race.
Yeah, I knew my win streak was going to come to an end, but I wasn't expecting a second. I was hoping for a top 5, top 8, somewhere in there, but was not expecting second. So that's very good. I mean, this was one of my favorite tracks in NASCAR heat. So this is way different animal here, but still manages not make mistakes and get to the end. But shout out to Chop Shop, this whole leagues and all different series, which is fun to run, and you for broadcasting, Speedy Trophies for sponsoring the series, and my girlfriend who's probably sleeping this time. She didn't get up in time for this, but my family and I Storm Racing, obviously. Colby was able to make it tonight. I think he was actually running on. I don't know if he got his Wi-Fi back. I don't know if he was running on his
He said he was running on a hotspot, so
Yeah, so I'm surprised he made it.
he did, and I could see him pretty much the entire race.
That was pretty shocking. I'm surprised he made it. He said he was going to give it a try. I didn't know if. I mean, I figured if he made it this far into the race, I was thinking maybe the Wi-Fi came back on because I don't know if my hotspot would make it this much.
That's a lot of data to transfer. That's for darn sure. But yeah,
I mean, maybe he wasn't in Discord or something. No, he is. I don't know. Unless he wasn't in the race. But yeah.
All right, brother. P2.
We'll give it a go again next week. And
yeah, Las Vegas is coming up, man. All right, I gotta talk to the race winner. I Striker came in first. So I just did it in reverse order, so that's all it is. All right, my man.
Congrats to Nate winning, and yeah, nobody was catching him.
Yeah.
I tried saying race control gave him a 55-second stop and go penalty, but it didn't work.
Well, I was mistaken. And I saw in the pre-race that there wasn't going to be a caution, right? That thrown for the stage. But when we were sitting in chat or in the audio, I thought I heard them say, well, when the restart comes for the stage, and I was like, oh, okay, so they are going to throw a caution for the stage. And so I set up the entire middle portion of the race going, all right, this is where the top 10 is. They'll be able to get a wave around. This is where it is. It'll tighten things back up. That didn't happen. So I felt like dumb. I felt like an idiot for a moment there. So, but it happens. Those things do happen. And I just need to ask the right questions even late like that. So be good, brother. I'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
Yep, I'll be there. See you then.
89 comes home. P2. Last but not least, the legendary. We're going to start calling you legendary because you smoked the field today. You lapped all the way to 5th. And you're not without your own struggles here, of course. That was a very hard fought race. Tell me about it, Nate.
Yeah, it was a hard fought race for sure. This track with these trucks, you really got to take care of it. It's not aggressive style racing where you can really attack the track and get on the throttle and feel the power. It's all feathering it. Well, everything's slow motion, slow turning, slow braking, slow getting on the throttle, and driving the whole thing using a stick shift, using one hand made it very interesting. But man, it was fun. I enjoyed it. My left arm hurts like hell for sure for steering the whole time. But
I bet.
what a great race. I'm super proud of myself to be able to, get the pole, lead all the laps, and come away with a win like this. This is awesome.
Well, it's huge because the stage points as well. I know they didn't stop for the stage, but it also is considered a stage win as well. So there's a lot of points that you were trying to make up from Stryker there. Of course, with the victory, that just negates it anyway. You were down 1 point coming into today's race, and now it kind of puts the pressure on the guys behind you to win.
Yeah, and that's what I got to do, man, because these guys are fast. In the Cup Series just the other day, Stryker took the championship. So it's not easy to beat these guys for these championships. I haven't done it yet, and I'm gonna have to keep my foot on the throttle and try to get as far a lead as I can, because you never know when the next race and they're coming alive. So I know that road courses are definitely my style. I always do well at them as long as I don't, get caught up into something. So I was glad to see this on the schedule. But I know there's not too many of these on the schedule. So back to the oval and back to the grind next week.
Yeah, Chicago Street Course is going to be your next road course, so that's a fun track too. I'm even running it in my league because I think it's just kind of going to be that's bump and run road course racing, which I think is cool. But outside of that, we'll go to Las Vegas next week. We do have some short tracks coming up too. We know that we like you some short tracks. But yeah, man, it's going to be huge. 3 wins on the season so far, and between you and Wesley, you guys are pretty much getting those W's. But I think stage points are starting to play a factor as well. We'll see how this one progresses because you guys are only just not even a quarter way through the season, or maybe just about there. So a lot can happen. No win and end situation. So points are going to be everything, every single race. And does that change your mindset at all? Because it used to be the win and end, and now with having to make sure that you maintain points. Like if you miss a race, it's a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. It changes it a lot, actually. And like you said, you not only do you have to focus on the points all the time, and like you said, not miss a race, because before with the win and you're in, as long as you were here for a certain percentage of the races, you could miss one here and there, for whatever it was. Real life situations come up, we can't always make it, but I think this definitely puts pressure on everybody to show up every week to get those points. But it definitely changes it in the sense of you got to perform every week. There's no slack, and you have one bad week and you can drop quite a bit in these points. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to somebody. Hopefully, I'm hoping it ain't me, but
Right.
we'll see how it goes. It's a long season.
Joseph said this was easily top 3 fun road courses he's been on. And it's different to call because a lot of people don't run this race course, and so it's good to see. All right, brother, we'll give you shout outs. You got a victory here. It's 3rd on the season, and finally able to take the points lead away from Stryker in week 6. So this one was fun. Tell me about it.
Yeah, definitely great. I enjoyed the track as well. Give a shout out to all the other drivers showing up, man. What a great field. See everybody out here. Like you said, this isn't a very huge popular track, and with a lot of NASCAR guys, they're not big on road racing to begin with. So to have over 30 trucks show up for this track and put it good in this race, and for 3/4 of them to make it to the end, stick it out and keep going, just awesome job. Hats off to them. Shout out to the top 3: Wes, 2nd place; Stryker for getting 3rd. Chop Shop, I always give a shout out to the league themselves, John, Stryker, everything they do, man. I appreciate everything. They put in a lot of work to this league, keep it running, keep all these drivers in line, keep us all obeying the rules and getting along and just enjoying the sim, having fun out here. Give a shout out to Signature Esports, you, Jason, for doing the broadcast. Looks amazing. Appreciate everything you do. I want to give a shout out to the guy that gave me my Ninja Turtle paint job, Coulter. I appreciate it, man. Thing looks great out here in the track. It looks even better out in Victory Lane. Shout out to the fans watching, and always when I get to do an interview, give a shout out to my mom. Tell her I love her.
That's the way it is. Mike says he'll take that for hating road. He'll take that finish for hating road racing with despise. I can't drive them, but I like watching it. That's for sure. I completely understand that one. And biggest move of the race. So that's some big things for you as well. There, Mike. Much love. Nate, we'll see you next week, man.
Yeah, see y'all then.
That's Nathan Biggert gets the victory here today. 15 spots there, Mike. That was awesome. I like that. It's freaking stinking cool. Again, happy birthday to Coulter Jr. For it's going to be Friday. It's his birthday. They're celebrating it today. So much love to Coulter, and much love to all the fine folks. Let's talk to Roberts. I think I saw something on the screen. Hey, you. This is your local track, man. You tell me. What did you need? You were almost there on a weird, unique strategy. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, I just try and stay out as much as I can with the tires because I just want to see how it is. Track is a little tough, but it's slick, and on turn 2 is pretty bad there. A lot of people losing it there, so I just want to take a chance. And I actually had different gear, so I just want to pull high gear going down the hill, so easier than going a third gear on turn 2. So it's just easier on the tires.
Well, I was hoping to talk to one of you Canadians out here because this is your road. This is one of your road courses on the platform. What's it like driving something that's not far from you?
I think it's like 3 hours away from. I think it's in Toronto. I'm not too sure, but somewhere in Canada. I don't know where, but it's. I never heard of it before.
Bowmanville.
So, yeah, I never heard of it.
See, well, that's a shame because this is a NASCAR. This is a famed NASCAR road course for you, and people tell you, here's what's funny. Folks say that I hear it in other countries. They were like, I have to drive 3 hours to go from one end of my country to the other, and I'm like, well, 3 hours is from here to St. Louis. In Missouri, so like that's nothing. that's a road trip. Let's go. You know what I mean?
That'd be more than for us because where I'm from and Jason's from, it would take us an hour, 2 hours ferry ride, and then plus it will take about 18 hours from Vancouver to Alberta, and then there's going to be an extra, so it'll be about almost a week before we get there.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, we to drive across country here in the U.S., I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody out there knows, I've watched people do it in, I think the Cannonball Run is like 60 hours or something, 70 hours, something like that. So it goes from one end of the U.S. to the other. That's straight driving with people changing and doing all that stuff. But it could take a week if you stopped and sightseed, you could take a week across the U.S. That's for darn sure. And we're big countries, man. That's what it is. You guys are a little bigger than us as far as area goes, but we gotta think about it. It takes 3 days to get to Alaska from where I'm at here.
Yeah, I think it takes 2 days for us, maybe 3 days to it. Same thing because we're just above that area.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Chris, how's that baby doing?
Baby Frank is doing great. He's grown. He's 9 months already. He's starting to get top teeth coming in slowly, but he's growing like a weed.
Sweet. That's the way it goes. That's the way it works. And how's the wife? How's the family? How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing great. My wife is doing great. She's just having just a little worrying about her grandma. She's 94 years old. She's just like to worry about her, and we're trying to keep prayers with Jen's grandma and all that stuff. So hopefully she can make it for next Christmas. Hopefully.
We always want one more. We always want one more Christmas, one more birthday, one more holiday. But we'll keep our hearts and our prayers out for Jen's grandma for sure. Chris, much
you.
love, man. It's gonna be a good race course next week. You're going to Vegas, another track that you're decent at. You'll probably start from the back, try to get yourself a top 10. That's pretty much what we see out of you. But you got to remember, they don't have a win and end situation here, so every point matters. So, are you going to try to push a little harder this time?
I'll go try my best here.
I like to hear it.
I like to keep my truck clean. No, don't get any X's. That's for sure. At least today I got 1 X today because I went off track on turn 2. Just a little too hot, and then just went off the grass. That's all.
That happens. If I'd have been out there with you guys, I'd have probably parked it after lap 2. So that that's the way it is. But all good things. All right, Chris. Much love, man. I'm gonna let you go. I saw you sitting in that chat, so I wanted to pull you up and throw you up on camera.
Yeah.
Tell everybody to buy Beef Jerky Unlimited because that's who sponsors these camera things. So
I will do. My wife likes her beef jerky.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get a promo code soon so that way I can, get maybe even if it's 5%. 5% is a good discount, at least in my opinion. So and especially he's up in Michigan, so his stuff will clear customs faster than mine is because it's food. So it's packaged food, it's delivered food. It's like Hello Fresh, but better because it's beef jerky. Much love, Chris. We'll talk to you in a bit. Well, actually, we'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, see you Thursday.
That's the man. That's Chris Roberts there, folks. We'll let him have at it. He's the nicest Canadian you're going to meet. And we drove a course that's not far from him, so we love to see it. It's a great race. It's a fun race. It's a lot of fun. What's up? What'd you say? It's about 3 to 4 DATS. Oh, I don't know what that means. Anyway, Nathan Bigger gets the victory here today. That was fun. Chop Shop Truck Series will be back next Tuesday. We're going to be off tomorrow, but we'll be back Thursday for the Signature Esports Truck Series. And then Friday, do I have anything? I don't think I have anything Friday. Nope, nothing on Friday. So, but we will have a doubleheader on Saturday. We have the Reaper Racing League Saturday evening, and then Saturday late night racing is going to be Heart to Heart Truck Series. They're going to be running Daytona for their week 1 season opener. Pretty excited about that. Sunday, we'll be back with the 802 Cup Series. I know Chop Shop is going to have their single as their super late model series coming up on Sundays here in a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited for that. On the Back with Dirt Series on Monday. Quite possibly a chance for another series might be coming on with us. I'm not quite sure. There's lots of things happening, a lot of moving and shaking going on. Again, apologies about the confusion earlier, folks, because that's on me. It's not on the league. I just need to make sure. I hate whenever I set something up and I set the story up and then it kind of fails. You know what I mean? So that was on me, not on the league. Don't take that. Don't ever take that for consideration when it comes to it. If I feel like an idiot, it's or if I do something to make myself look like an idiot, it's on me. It's not on what those guys did. They put the information out there. I saw the information, but then what I heard was different. So that's great storylines. Love it. Nathan Bigger dominates here at Canadian Tire. We will be back with Las Vegas next week. We will be at Homestead this Thursday. Much love to everybody. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. This one is in the books. The next road course race for Chop Shop will be Chicago Street Course as well. So we'll see y'all in the near future. It's going to be fun.